Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Okay, so we've got our 3-jaw back in. We're going to take and build a parallel for the mill to get the plates that we just finished up on the mill and in place. Okay, so there's, and it's just a scrap ring, but I definitely want to square up both faces, and okay, let's do that. Alrighty. Yeah, we can go a little faster. All right, we're flat. All right, well, so we want to stack all 3 of these up, but remember our holes are going to go around the almost to the outside perimeter of this, so I can't have these spacer blocks in here. We're going to have to use the ring, and that's not too big of a deal. And that'll give us a nice level surface, plus allow us those edges to do whatever it is that we're going to do. We'll come in, lock this beast down. Do one more click up. And number 3. Okay, so what we have to do is get them lined up. First, we're going to get the clamps in place. There we go. And remember, this is a drill motor that travels probably 40 RPM, maybe even less. So we're not worried too much about accurate angles, but I do want to get the holes worked out so that when I make the tubes, they're all going to be the same. All right, so we've tightened up. We're in there. Let's see what that's going to do. I think I'm going to put a fourth one in here. And that way I can take it apart if one of these are in the way of the hole and still have 3 hanging on. So we'll just move this over to here. Tighten that up. Okay, so we know our outside is at least reasonably even, and the inside is many different sizes. All right, we are tight. So let's come in and do that interior. Okay, coaxial time. And get it somewhat centered. Looks reasonable. I like it. And bring this out. There we go. Drop that down. And we're going to spin very slowly. Okay, maybe not that slow. All right, we can spin it a little faster. There we go, that's pretty close. We're within a thou. All right. Let's zero this, or, oops, Okay, we're at 0. We got a chipped bit. So we got to go sharpen the bit. We'll be back. So I don't know what it is about this steel. It's a little different. I didn't ask what kind it was. I mean, it's mild, but it could be, you know, several different types. But this steel puts out a chip that has these little razor blades on it. I must have 20 cuts on my hand just from handling this stuff yesterday. Forget it. I mean, they're not big cuts, but, you know, they're a pain in the ass. So we're going to wear gloves while handling these chips. Okay, so we've got number 1 hole drilled. Ready for number 2. Number 2 hole right there. Okay, well, we did it. There's one part that you may or may not have noticed, but the number 13 hole, I drilled the small hole, and then I don't know, I've been at this for how long? Oh, hour and a half, and I got a little muddled, so I skipped that one accidentally, and so now we have to come back to it, and that's not too big of a deal. So we're going to come back to number 13, 14, 13. There's number 13. Okay, one last drill and we're done. All right, that's it. Well, at least that's it for the drilling part. We've got to come back in and chamfer those holes, and that's 16 times times 3, so a fair amount. And then we wait for the piece of tubing to show up, and it's 4 3/4 with a 1/2 inch wall. We're gonna machine the outside diameter down until it press fits into this, and then we'll weld it, and then put it back in the lathe, square up our surface here, and then machine the tube so that it's rides straight, so that it can ride straight in the with the seal. So for the moment, I think it's about lunchtime and I'm ready, and we will see you probably later today or tomorrow. Okay, so here's what we need to do is we need to build a housing about 5 inches high around the whole perimeter of this, so that it houses the slewing bearing and the pilot bearing, and so we can fill this with grease. So what I've done is I came in and just scored this 5-inch piece of material with the bandsaw so that I can bend it. There's our bend. So we get a nice clean bend, looks very professional, and we get to fake it at the same time. So, and we just kind of bend them all. There we go. And the next one. And this last one. And of course we've got a little bit too much bend going on there, but that's easy to fix. Bring that back. Oh, right. Freaked me out. So this has to bend inward a bit more. We're actually going to go to this shape here, which is the interior shape. Okay, so let's put this down. And that goes through there. And that goes to there. Flip it over and see if it goes better the other way. Somehow it doesn't. Well, how did we miss? Huh. Okay. Well, let's just play with it until we come up with the general shape and see if it fixes itself. Sometimes it will. No, that bend is too short. Interesting. Okay. Not a done deal, and basically I think what I can do, it's fine here, definitely too short down there. Oh, wow, that's it. This goes to the inside of it, not the outside. There it is. Yeah. All right. Well, since this is a fully adjustable situation, it would be easy just to come in with the cap and cut the cap to fit what we have left. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so let's get rid of this. And let's take this. Thinking it might be better just to straighten this out, re-weld it, and recut it. I'm going to bring you in, show it. So the line's just a bit short. This line's okay, but that one's a bit short. So, well, now it's not short. Turns out that it's a bit long here. But we got to get the other side in too. Yeah, short. Okay, but everything else looks good. So that's what we'll do, is we'll cut this, and we may end up having, or not cut this, but straighten it out, re-weld it, and we may have to straighten this one out too and recut that one. We'll be back. Alright, so we just threw a couple of tacks back in there, kind of get that line solid again, and then we got to get rid of some of that too. get rid of some of those filings. And then we can just kind of pull this back and it'll bend right there. Yes. Now let's see what we got. Yeah, it's bending in the correct position. All looks good. So now we're going to take it over to the welding, and we want to weld it to the bigger plate, but we're going to use this plate as our kind of guide. So we'll see you in a minute. Okay, knowing that this is going to fit, we hope, we're going to tack these two legs in right here and get this panel here in solid, and then adjust all the other panels to that. So for the moment, we just tack it. Well, it turns out that the cut line, it wasn't wide enough, so we had to tear it apart and grind the line a little bit wider with my, and as you can see, there we go. All right, let's give that a try. I think that's going to give us a lot more room to play with. Yep, look at that. Like it was meant to be. Okay, what I'm seeing is that looks good. Doesn't look like a plate. I'm going to take these two tacks off. Okay, let's do it again. So what do we got that's different here? Going in differently this way. Aha! Okay, so let's take this and flip it. Much better. There's the layout right there. And then Couple of tacks. Bring this back around. Looks good. Reasonable, except the tack broke because that metal is cold. Bring that out to the edge, tap that in, and then bring this over to that edge. Let's take this in. This one looks like it misses by a mile. Now, why is that? Okay.